So I wanted to share this quick technique on how to adjust the materials on this wall universally across the elevation and change brick to, let's say, alternative material like CMU. See here on the exterior of the building, there's a band here that seems to run continuously across the entire bottom of the building around the interior and exterior of this design. Now let's assume that that is flush with this brick above and they're the same thickness. So if that's the case, in Revit, you would simply launch this wall type. So this wall type is called brick on CMU 18 inches. I go edit type, and I zoom into this wall section here. This has to be set to section, and I go to the structure. So with that being said, I got to make sure I zoom in nice and close as a section. I can then choose this layer here. All the layers here are blue highlighted in the menu here. Excuse me. And let's say I want to take this layer here and I want to add an additional material to this layer. So I'm going to use insert and it adds another material and I'm going to change the function and make it identical. They're both going to be finish number one. And here I want to use a different material. So for example, concrete masonry units or CMU. So the trick is now how to get this concrete material on finished layer number one to appear where the brick is currently here. So the first thing you do is you use split region. And you take this little X-Acto knife and you touch the edge of the brick here. Click. And it gives you a little line here. That little line there cut through the brick. You go to modify and you choose that little horizontal line there, allowing you to change this number. Make sure it's pointing up. And that number can be whatever you want it to be. So let's say, for example, you realized it was supposed to be, take a look. Let's say it's a foot. Then change this to a foot. And then you've got a little area here cut off from the rest of the brick and it's a foot tall. The next thing you do is you click on the material that area is going to become. You choose concrete here and you use assign layers. And it'll take this concrete and assign it to this surface right here. Assign layers and touch the outer edge. Click here, click, and you're done. Hit accept. Delete split element. That's a warning because part of the wall had a split face in it. And there you have it. It adds that detail continuously across the entire interior of that wall for all the wall types that are called this same identical name, CMU 18. Some of these did not change because they're different wall types. But you can see here, it goes across the vast majority of the walls here at a detail. This area here would need to be split face to change this material just in this location, not the rest of the remainder of the design. So if I look at the elevation of that area, I need to split out this area from the rest of the building. So I would go to modify, use split face command here, choose the wall, and then draft a boundary. So I would use the line command, maybe draw here, go to the top of this lower piece of CMU. And this boundary here will cut this piece out of the remainder of the wall. If I hit accept, I then have a zone here, highlighted here in blue, that can be changed. So then I can go back to here to paint command, and I can paint that area with, let's say concrete again. I'll use concrete. Let's see, precast, for example, and I paint this. That becomes precast. And so now I've got both materials. Now, this material will not show up in section. This material will show up in section. So in this building section here, If I cut through the entire wall, you'll see here, if I change this level detail to fine, and I turn on some colors, here's the lintel above the wall as a wall sweep added. Here are the windows. Here at the bottom, here's the brick, and there, flush with the brick above, is this area here that is CMU. And that'll get you the design you're after. Let me change the scale here. That'll change the design you're after from one material to the next. As long as the thickness of the wall, the layer of the material is exactly the same, that's all you're after, it will change the materials in that fashion. Otherwise, you'll have to embed a detail like this as a wall sweep into the wall. This is deleted. Okay? And that's all there is to it.